do you still mess with Tony Ayo or Lloyd Banks?
They'll always be. They're like my little brothers,
right? And you're not feeling them right now. They're away in college.
I like for them to work to sustain their interests in the public. So now when you see them putting stuff out,
there was like the G Unit was deaded. There's no more G Unit.
That Tony deaded G Unit. If he can do that, then it's dead.
And you didn't jump in and say, why are we dead in it?
No, I'm watching. I just got all that. I got the information like you got.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm listening to the old 50 mixtapes where it was like 50.
New 50 Cent, and then you heard these other guys' voices that you don't know from nowhere.
Right.
To be real. And then they actually got on so fast. Fifth. You just said that energy surrounding the material that I created just went so much that it even shifted New York City's hip-hop culture. Now, if they're there, they riding the wave. They don't know what it's like to have to grind.
So
to
now,
get the attention from the very beginning.
Well, let me fast forward because I feel like you dancing me a little.
No, my first release sold 13 million records.
Nah, don't do that.
So they didn't.
He gonna jump to the numbers.
They felt that 13 million records sell.
Don't.
We haven't performed.
Do that.
We didn't perform in front of anybody, any venue that wasn't 15 to 30,000 people per show. So they don't know what it's like to go.
So did you? So they just rode the wave and then they never learned how to grind properly.
That's what I'm thinking. Now, when you don't see them sustain it.
Now this one of them topics I hate, man. You know how it is when you work hard and you build something all the way from the ground up, and you seen every level. You had all the emotions. You felt everything that come with that journey, and you know how great it feel when you look back at those moments when you up here and you knew where you started at, when nobody would come to your shows, when nobody would watch your content, when nobody would listen to your music. And then when you got friends that want to go ahead and get into the same thing, and they always come to you and say, yo bro, give me a shout out, put me on, put me in a great position so that they ain't got to start from the ground. That shit tough. What's good? It's time. Let's ride with TR Mentality. Before we get into the video, make sure y'all own your own shit. Now in this clip we got 50 Cent explaining why G Unit didn't last long. Now this one of them tough topics to speak on for the fact that y'all know that when you got friends in the game and they just getting started on the journey that you've been on for a while and you built from the ground up, when they start, obviously you want to put them in a position because you know how hard it was to start from the ground. You know how hard it was to start at zero when nobody watching. So you obviously naturally want to go ahead and help those guys out. You want to bring them up to a level where they can actually start making money in whatever it is as well, and they can actually have people supporting them from day one. But a lot of the time entitlement comes with that, and a lot of the time people don't appreciate the work that it actually takes to where you actually helping them actually becomes a crutch for their career. And you know how it is when you come off the crutches and you get back to walking on your own, that shit don't be the same. And this situation is the exact same. Y'all see 50 Cent was talking about how his first album went ahead and sold 13 million records, which y'all know exactly which album he talking about. Then as he started dropping more music with these other rappers that he went ahead and introduced as G Unit, like he said, y'all started hearing these random voices that y'all ain't never even heard before and y'all don't know. But obviously if they rocking with 50 Cent, we gonna go ahead and we gonna give them a different type of listen versus somebody that we don't know from a can of paint, and they not standing next to nobody that we know either. And so they got to see a lot of growth very fast without having to put in as much work as somebody who doesn't have any type of connections or relationship. And like I said before, it became a crutch. There's a lot of stories about that whole G Unit era where they wasn't putting in the work, and 50 talked about so many things that they did that showed their entitlement and showed that they wasn't really grateful or ready for that position that they was in. And that's why I say it could actually hurt your peoples by going ahead and putting them in that position from day one and not letting them put that work in. And yeah, it seemed tough, but I think it's always a different position to be starting from ground zero when you got somebody that's in the game and can continue to give you game and help you out through those moments where you don't know what to do and still climb and build that on your own, versus somebody who doesn't have anything, don't got no money, don't got no type of relationships, don't know anybody in the game, don't know anybody who's done it before, nobody that can give them that knowledge. You're in a way bigger position when you know somebody personally that actually did it and became successful within that field that can give you the game and tell you, yo, if you do this and you do that and you do this, you're gonna get these types of results. They might not be the same exact results, but at least you know you'll get some results from that. And like 50 said, that entitlement caught up with them where when they had to start putting in some more work by themselves and things wasn't really going the way they was going when they was standing with 50, they started to see the reality of that grind and they ain't like it. But hey man, y'all let me know down in the comment section y'all thoughts on the video. Go ahead and add to the topic. If y'all rock with the video, go ahead and hit like. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. And I'm out of here, man.
I ain't never getting too comfortable. I got trust issues from the past that ain't never last. I ain't gave up on love, but I got a cold heart with a phone full of dogs, but they ain't good enough. I done tried to do the thought shit, but that ain't for me, baby. I guess I like locks on wrist, and I like flying around the world with a lady I could fuck right. Late night, I can